Hello, we are back. Today, I am doing more story content. I will also probably finish up the event so I can get my gosh darn Sealy.
You should finish it up with me later.
The event?
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
I'll help you. Not that you need it, but I'll still help you.
You just want to beat things to death.
Yes. That is correct.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Hey, I got a letter from
Chongyun.
Chongyun.
My family say that birthdays are a big deal for Tianheng thaumaturges and that I should never take them lightly. On my birthday this year, I'll go up the mountain to perform prayer rituals with the elders of my clan. I've already made a list of wishes. I hope everything goes smoothly next year and that I can make progress in training and finally encounter evil spirits. What's more, please let me stay away from any dishes that might contain Jueyun chilies. Oh, and there's one more thing. I wish you safety and peace. My prayers are not for myself alone. I want my cherished friend here to have a pleasant journey ahead, too. By the way, are you free today? Would you like to join our prayer rituals on Mount Tianheng?
No. We're doing story quests.
Even if I go to Mount Tianheng, he won't be there. That would be a cute thing for them to add, though.
That would be really cool.
Little birthday events for the characters. So on their birthday, if you meet them at the place that their letter says, that would be quite cute. Alright. I feel so done with these Inazuma dailies. Why? It's always in the Inazuma. Every time I
that
log.
sent us the last birthday letter that sounded thirsty as fuck?
What?
Who was it that sent us the last birthday letter? Because they sounded thirsty as fuck.
I'm gonna be honest, I have not read the last couple of them.
I think it was Mona. You should read Mona's. She sounds so fucking thirsty.
Let me refresh my memory on what Mona's voice sounds like.
Very hottie.
I am astrologist Mona Magistus, meaning the great astrologist Mona. If it is divination you seek from me, then I ask you respect my name by learning it wholly, here and now.
I don't know if that's enough, but I'll try. It is the greatest... Oh. Sorry. It is the greatest astrologist Mona's birthday again. Do you want to come over to my place? I'll say this in advance. You absolutely cannot complain about the state of my room. It is not because I didn't clean up, okay? Everything I put in there are things I need to use on a daily basis. If you're curious about what they do, I can explain it all to you in detail. But if you want to try them out, you need to pay close attention to my instructions because things can easily go wrong. Do you understand? See you tonight then. I'm going to start preparing for dinner.
I'm just saying, she sounds so thirsty.
Just because she's inviting you to her room?
Yeah. And all the things that are in there.
Well, if you say so.
Ad Astra.
Wow, really just tossing things in at random, huh?
Yep.
I guess I'll do these because ore is suddenly useful to me now that you can turn it into
Trees.
yeah, that you can turn it into wood. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna set my adventure book. What do you want from me? Commissions. So right now it's random. Maybe I'll set it to Lua, because I've got a few achievement thingies in Lua that I haven't finished yet from their commissions. Inazuma. Just take care of these real quick before we get started. Otherwise, I will forget to do them later. Dun, dun, dun. This should be the race, right? I thought so.
Yeah, that's a race.
No shit. Just wants to make sure I know where all of the frickin' things are. Please touch every rooftop. Thank you. The rooftops have been lonely.
We need some dusting. Thankfully,
guess
John's
so.
escape is perfect for that.
And over here. I'm gonna just glide down from here. I still can't get over the fact that the Sumeru Rose is not a Sumeru regional specialty.
It's also not a rose. Remember what Inari was
I
saying?
know it's not a
like
rose.
all a lie, basically.
Yes.
It's like all the Inazuman plants are a fucking lie.
Sumeru, you mean?
Oh yeah. That's what I meant.
That's alright. I'll only make fun of you a little bit.
That's fair.
Oh, hey, guys. How are you today?
This is order.
What is this party?
Can't see.
Oh, I want to watch these guys fight each other.
Enshroud.
Fight each other. I don't know. I can't tell if it's happening or not.
They'll sometimes randomly
nip that in the
attack
butt.
each other. It's not guaranteed.
I'll bury you.
Ignari is not amused.
Gather.
Yoink.
Spring forth. Here. Stabilize.
Nice.
That was fine. Alright, now I'm supposed to go here. Na, 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 na. Listen, if you are not my daily, I don't have time for you. Speaking of which, I am too lazy for this.
Well, this ought to be entertaining.
Just gonna shove
Let's
him in
move
there to
before the trail
piggyback.
goes
Piggyback on that friendship.
Keep moving.
You know?
Gather.
Oh,
One with the forest.
yeah, that was a little bit useless, but that's fine.
Yeah. Can't see. Stabilize.
Oh, there's more.
Gather.
Heal me.
Solidify.
Well, I healed most of the way.
Enshroud.
Be still.
Alright. Now I've got to teleport here. I don't have time for you. I got shit to do today. Man, a Fatui can be quite clingy.
Yeah, they will pursue you for a while.
Stabilize.
Right.
Can't see.
Cascade.
Yeah. And done. Now then. Gonna turn this in real quick. Then we'll do story stuff.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing.
Alright. That looks about right. Story stuff.
Story.
pretty sure that that's not their name. Wasn't it the Aranara? Not the
Yeah.
Rara Nana.
Yeah, he's probably mispronouncing it.
Na, 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 na,
And these
na,
flowers
na,
are so pretty.
na, na. What flowers?
The flowers, you know, these ones.
Yeah, they are
They're
quite
like
nice.
poppies.
No, they're not.
Oh, they look like it.
In the fact that they're orange,
Mm-hmm.
but they have petals, and poppies are kind of,
Yeah, I
their
know,
petals
they're
are totally different.
round.
Yeah, so they just look like as if it's all one petal, even though it's not. 'Cause they're smooth. Fresh produce vendor. Actually, I was gonna try to buy from this person. Oh. He doesn't let me buy his food, so I don't care. Hey, look, they got pomegranates.
They've actually featured in the story.
Huh. I only care if he lets me buy things from him after the story.
Hmm.
Stall vendor. The only one of these that actually does anything is the one labeled spice vendor.
You must resist the power of temptation.
Resist temptation, huh?
Being a freelancer. Old folks just don't get it.
I feel like I've probably gone the wrong way, but that's fine.
You can always just wander around and have fun. It's very pretty here and the music is banging.
Hi, I'm gonna buy things from you.
It does sell quite a bit. Our fire food. Just gonna buy his whole stock.
Not the whole stock.
Here, like, I'll have your whole stock. There.
Although I guess those peaches are pretty cheap.
Yeah. Take his whole stock, huh? And to put it into perspective, everything you're buying here will just be covered by doing 1 week's worth of bounties and requests.
Wait, wasn't he supposed to sell beans? Why is there no beans? I don't actually need anything. Oh. I'll take that.
Oh, Padisaurus.
They're one of the more rare ones.
They're also featured in the story.
Oh yeah? For the roleplay, you gotta enter it the right direction.
I see. Oh, for the roleplay, you would be running around as a traveler.
Sumeru
Actually,
City!
especially because their model gets an
We
upgrade.
finally made it! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you too have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Can't get better
This
signal
is the
there.
thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds pretty amazing.
I'm into it.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival.
Sounds like they solved their supply chain issues.
Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
I'm still mad that my favorite peanut butter brand I have not been able to buy it in weeks just because of Jiffy having like the contamination in their things, and then all the people who used to buy Jiffy peanut butter have now been buying out all the other types of peanut butter.
Yep.
I've had a long-standing hatred of Jiffy peanut butter on account of it tastes way too sweet. And now that grudge has only deepened.
May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, says this little doodad lets you access knowledge. Maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's give it a try. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Did Paimon get one?
Yep.
May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom. Oh, cool. There's something in front of the eyes, too.
Whoa.
It's like an AR overlay.
And Paimon suddenly knew how to use this
See?
thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate
It's
on
like
what we want
augmented
to know.
reality.
And bam! You get it. Oh, that'll come in real handy.
I love it.
Yeah, it's really
Too bad
cool.
I'll never get to
Is the
see that
power
screen
of the
again.
Akasha.
Actually, that's not entirely true.
And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
If I can't turn it on and off at will, then I may as well never get to see it.
Now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Suristana. Seems pretty similar to what Kali was telling us. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Paimon doesn't sense anything. The Akasha didn't respond to Paimon's question.
Huh. The same happened to me.
Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to remember and it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't think of it. Ugh. Paimon's brain is exhausted.
Maybe I'll indirectly find out more information about Kusanali.
Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it?
What is her opinion on taking a shit? I'll just think Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You too? Well,
To be fair, that would be a pretty big security issue.
Yep.
uh-oh. Paimon's getting all of a sudden. It feels like the people of Sumeru really miss their Archon.
None of y'all have ever met their Archon. Like, they disappeared before any of you were born.
Huh. Could it be because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru? You know, maybe we're not qualified to receive an answer to this sort of question or something. Well, seems no matter
Guess we
which
gotta
way
save the
head,
country
we
first.
can't find anything that'll lead us to Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Not quite.
Guess our only choice now is to try meeting with the researcher that Tainari recommended.
You're right. We have to meet them before we save the world. Or save Sumeru, because they're gonna tell us to save Sumeru.
He's
Maybe
from
try just
Sumeru,
saving
and
one
even has a
person
position
first.
in the academia.
See if we
Maybe
can
he'll
do
be
that.
able to access more info from the Akasha.
What was that?
Let's see.
Oh, nothing.
Tainari wrote an address
Look,
on
if
the
you
letter's
switch to the
envelope.
Traveler now,
Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head.
God damn it. I thought she was done talking.
it's okay.
Hear the voice of divine wisdom. Oh, okay, so the reputation system must exist, and I just don't have access to it yet.
Yep.
Okay. Reputation 10. 60 tunes in the Serenity Pot. Oh, wow. I should go tune hunting at some point. Speaking of which... Oh, it looks like I need to get some, books. Oops, I haven't done some of these.
Yep.
Some of these must have been added later, because I know I've done this one before.
Yep.
Alright, anyway. Not getting
You
sucked into
should
that.
put Traveler in your team.
There's still a long road ahead.
There. Are you happy?
Now look,
Yeah, I know.
you get the terminal.
Yep.
We'll have it now whenever they go into Sumeru City.
That's nice.
Watch out for pickpockets.
Uh-huh. How many of these do I have so far?
Probably a bunch.
Not as many as the other things.
Well, they are more rare.
Let's see. I have a lot of these, but I really haven't had any reason to refine any of these weapons.
Well, you can now. If they finish the main quests and start the R&R quests,
Uh-huh.
you can craft some arrow weapons.
Nice.
Which
they
are
look
all...
good?
Yes, they will look really cool. Remember I sent you a screenshot of the one for the bow?
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, it looks nice. And it matches Tinari perfectly.
These kind of look like chickpeas.
They do.
I guess I'm not doing too bad. I've got more of them than I have of these. Of course, I have been using those for Ascension.
Yep.
How is his friendship looking anyway?
Oh, pretty good.
Oh yeah,
Hmm?
I want to check the friendship of the other people in my teapot. Alright, so she's at 5. Mona's not in my teapot. She is. At 7. Yunjin is at 8. Wow. Noelle's still at 1, huh? What did they add on to Noelle? Must be over here. Oh, right. They added ally at low HP.
Yeah.
So, most people will probably have that. Right. Oh, she's almost at 9 now.
Nice.
She's almost at 9. Alright. Anyway,
Yes, we must document everything.
Moving on.
moving on.
Watch out for pickpockets.
Hello, are you Howie?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
I guess Tignari has quite the reputation.
So I guess he's been releasing some of those bad news articles, you know, the ones we always see, where they take some thing in a science article and then they blow it up as if it means way more than it does mean in order to deceive the public.
Yep.
We're not here to discuss academics.
Here, this is a letter from Tainari.
Oh, let me see. Oh, ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So you two just have some questions for me?
Yeah, but, you already made yourself super sus, dude.
Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
Wow, he's so fucking smug.
Yep.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? Paimon was sure you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Surasthana or made a public appearance.
So sounds like we just need to go to the Sanctuary of Surasthana. Because she's never left.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
What's
The
more
Dendro
interesting
Archon
is that
somewhat
no one
reckless.
really even
Perhaps she
cares
just doesn't
about
want to
that.
entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
She's literally been shedding for 500 years.
Aw, but then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing.
In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Bold of you to compare yourself to me. I'm in fact the protagonist, a shonen protagonist at that.
Now who's being smug?
There is no such thing as giving up in a shonen protagonist dictionary.
Calm down there, Bennett.
Thanks for your advice.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me.
So by area of
Hey,
expertise.
come on! This is a survival skill at the academia.
I can already imagine the political hellscape that is. Jesus.
Oh, you have
No
idea.
wonder Tignari doesn't want to go anywhere near these people.
This is like a snake's fucking nest.
Those expectations were pretty low, but this is so low it's like digging holes in the dirt. So what do we do now? Even if we want to
That
talk
man
to
is
someone,
listening in on our
we don't know
conversation.
anyone here.
No, there's still one other person we know.
Huh? Like who?
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network. Let's hurry and find her.
I've already been spoiled on that. Hey, buddy. Why you listening in on my conversation? You eavesdropping? Eavesdropping on my conversations? Buddy? Sir? Man?
I've been handed all the cumbersome
I
tasks
literally
again.
cannot get any closer to him than this. The game does not allow me to disrespect this man's personal space.
Don't forget that. Yes, we must talk.
Yeah, I want to know what's up with you. I already know this. He's just fucking...
Watch out for pickpockets.
I'm watching you. Guy. Dude. Man.
Vizier.
So-called vizier.
I've been handed all the cumbersome
Alright,
tasks again.
Traveler just broke the mood. It's fine.
Not super intense, is it now? Also, I did label it as a spoiler, you know?
I know. I wasn't complaining, I was just saying. You need to entertain that cat.
Here, look. I will pitch.
Alright, there we go.
Or you.
I kind of want to challenge myself to go through and, like, cook a bunch of these dishes. Just
That'd
for
be cool.
fun. I've seen a few people on YouTube do that.
Mm-hmm. Or meat sounds pretty delicious.
This one?
Yeah,
Honestly, it's just a pita pocket.
I mean... Yeah,
Also, I'm a vegetarian, sir.
yeah, no.
You could just use fake meat for lots of these, though. Being a vegetarian has gotten so much more popular.
That's true.
Now there's lots of choices. Very Mizu Manju. That's alright, I'll come back for this. Alright, so one thing... Is this the shop that actually let me buy the food? Let me in. Let me in.
This is a tavern, sir.
Oh hey, there's a second floor.
And they do sell recipes.
Yeah, I already bought them though.
Yeah, this tavern is nice. I really like this design. I'm really looking forward to the Mara-styled teapot with the Dillons and everything.
So this guy actually does sell stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a cafe that doesn't.
Yeah. I bought stuff from him.
Ah, he's the one that sells beans.
Glabrous beans.
Let's see. He sells a tiny bit of each of these other things, though. That's fine, though. This would actually be a fun... I feel like this place is a great place to do role plays, where
Honestly,
each
yeah.
of you log in as a character in multiplayer, and then you, like, sit down in this place, and then you pretend to have some intense conversation about secrets and plots.
Or just tell ridiculous stories.
Yeah. It's a really nice aesthetic.
It is.
Definitely my favorite restaurant area so far.
But I'm really looking forward to the teapot style for the Marrow area. Maybe the teapot area too. Probably gonna be like on the giant tree.
Ad
We'll
Astra
see.
Abyssask. Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Aww, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Time to use our superpower, doing stupid chores and favors for people until one of them gives us what we want.
Oh boy.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar.
Thanks a bunch, Catherine.
You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
You look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
Yes, the glowy line. Oh, this is the wrong shop.
Not open.
Yeah, I know. It's probably locked behind other things. This one. If I go in there, they won't sell me drinks.
Hmm.
I'm so offended. Look. I like the aesthetic of this place a lot.
You know the other thing that's criminal about this place?
There's nothing to buy.
But okay. Talk to her about the cat.
I already did that.
But you cannot pet the cat.
Yeah, you
Or
can't
feed
pet the
it.
cat.
Like, what's the point of it? If you can't pet the fucking cat, let me pet the fucking cat.
We can't pet any of them. We can only feed dogs.
I know. It just.
We got to feed foxes once, but
She
then
even
Klee
gives you-
accidentally killed them. I was so upset.
She even gives you food to feed to the cat. because it likes fowl. But
But then you can't feed
it.
the cat.
It's
Yeah.
so sad.
It does kind of feel like we're being teased.
Yep.
Oh, look.
Oh,
Who
cabbage.
just shoved cabbages into this random pot?
No, for some kind of person that just took cabbages out of a random pot.
No, I was gonna talk to that guy.
I was like, yeah.
I was gonna talk to the reputation guy.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you to.
And that was fast.
It's nice to meet you, Oswald. We
I
wanted to
remember.
ask you about something.
The Akasha.
Must have a friend system. Private messages.
Mm-hmm.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you.
Is that discrimination?
Yep.
Wow. He's like the only dark-skinned dude I've seen in this whole town. And he's just like, by the way, the whoever controls this machine thingy is racist.
Yeah.
Wow, thanks.
We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid.
Man after my own heart.
It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested
I like
in
his
Lesser
outfit.
Lord Kusanali.
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late greater Lord Rugadavada. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy.
They're basically like, this bitch hasn't done anything for us yet. We don't
Yeah.
give a shit.
Because of
What
the
have you
Academia's
done for us
influence,
today?
most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugadavada and hold her in greater esteem.
That would be really sad if they were the same person and she's just reincarnated.
Yeah.
That would be really fucked up.
Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And that's all.
Isn't she supposed to be, like, held captive or something? I remember seeing that in one of the MiHoYo videos.
I don't know if that's entirely the case, but who knows?
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the God of Wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
Oh. They're like, it's not that we snub her, it's that she snubs us.
Alright.
Well, in his case, they don't even care.
Oswald.
Well, that's
As
true.
far as Eremites are concerned, she's not their god, so... And neither was Rugadavada for that matter. In fact, if you learn later, it's actually quite the opposite. It's kind of the Zhongli situation with the god of salt, except...
Rugadavada killed their god?
Yeah,
Hmm.
except it looks like she actually killed their god. So...
No problem. Always happy to help out the
And then
adventurers.
basically made the desert uninhabitable.
Well, that sucks.
Yep.
Definitely hold a grudge about that.
Yeah.
Not only do you kill my god, but you also
Our
piss in
son
my
was right about
cornflakes.
most
Yeah,
people's
quite
attitudes
literally.
here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for
Quite an
information
attitude to
non-stop
take.
ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh?
I like
Who
her
are
dress.
you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Hey kids, you wanna join the cult?
I'll join your cult. They have good outfits.
Honestly, yeah.
Really?
At
Then
least
do
I
you
have a
know how we can
conscience
meet
then.
with her?
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon.
What sort of legend?
Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. Oh, Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go.
That's some shit right out of the Bible.
Yep.
What an amazing story.
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
Why would you feel warm and fuzzy inside? She basically just said, the real answer of God is do it your damn self.
Yep.
In
It's
a
like
way,
that one
it
joke.
seems like this
Oh
story
Lord,
is
why
also one
didn't
of the
you send
Dendro
anyone
Archon's
to save
avatars.
me? The fuck do you mean? I sent you a boat, a helicopter, and an entire rescue team.
Gods just like to take credit for things.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Run away.
The only thing I saw change is that dude came up to that shop.
Right!
Yep.
See?
What the heck just happened?
I think it has something to do with those people over there.
It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her? Ugh, this stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali. We can't let them get in the way now. Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick,
I'm
after
always
her.
so helpful.
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad.
She's so convincing. She's like, oh yeah, they went that way.
Okay, so she sent them off that way, but she
Yep.
really went this way.
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me.
I should just toss her into my teapot. Problem solved.
Uh-oh. Looks like there are some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run.
How about we find some place to hide?
Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for you.
Well, if there were any clothing shops in this damn game that would sell me clothes, then I would totally disguise her before we left.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
That woman was about to slice our neck open. She looks like she has just grabbed the neck from behind and just be like...
Yep.
My lady, who are these two?
She joins the crew of people whose hair look like cat ears.
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for
And
me,
Day
so
is just
they
a
helped me
very
hide.
tough
I see.
acting
In
person
that
who's
case,
also
you two should
just a
scram.
giant
There's
dork.
nothing here for you.
So she actually wears cat ears just because she thinks it makes her look cuter.
Who?
Dea.
That's her hair.
It's an actual earband.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure looks like her hair.
Nope. She removes it in an animation.
Why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey, Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yep.
And they know perfectly
was
well that it makes
thinking
no
about
difference
you
if I'm
there.
at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to, because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
Dunyazard, are you alright?
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady? Your theory is just putting the cart before the horse.
Back in the day. Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia, haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
No need to break the bank. We'll eat whatever you order.
Yeah, we're already super grateful for everything you told us about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
Gross.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass.
Icky Paimon? Now that's a first.
Hey, come on! Paimon has personal preferences too, you know.
Guess she doesn't like dry food.
Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though...
Oh, shoot.
Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child.
I pressed the button
At the
too early.
time, my
Oh, she
illness had
said
kept me
even though I
bedridden for
don't
the
know
better part
how,
of
I
a
think
year.
I've seen her before.
I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually,
Crucial novel
I know
talents.
everything about you. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dinnerzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Teyvat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat.
It was Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal, but because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zerus festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aw, but that's awful.
Like every Otome isekai plot where the main character was born and their mom passed away in childbirth.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zerus festival to this day, but I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali.
The what?
It's like, but sir, it's not their fault. They had nothing to do with it.
I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on.
God damn it.
Lady, does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Just toss my laptop right off of my lap, why don't you?
Like a cat.
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much Mora prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us? And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
Y'all motherfuckers never heard of a wheelchair? Yeah, that's would be really helpful for somebody who has fatigue issues. Mm-hmm. Can we also come along?
But of course, Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
I think I like the coffee house aesthetic better than this one. But the coffee house won't sell me anything, so
Honestly, I like them both.
they are both good. They're very similar, too. Wow, that plane is flying really low.
The helicopter.
Or, yeah, that helicopter. The airborne Dewey Madiki. The military has been having way more practice thingies. Sell me spices. None of the rest of these people will sell me anything.
I've got great food and great drinks that everyone can enjoy.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
Yep. I guess.
Oh, they're not really followers.
Truthfully, no.
Really? Well, that's okay. You're still invited to the Sabzerus Festival. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar.
Hey, no, it's not the
It looks
cold.
spectacular. Thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
What's so great about Snezhnaya toys anyway?
Stage time.
In my opinion,
That is a very pretty stage.
That is a nice looking stage.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Huh. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Why didn't anyone come to handle it?
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely.
So the opposite of official land.
We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sabzerus Festival anymore. Thank the Dendra Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also
Yeah, that
gave the
stage
stage
just
a
looks
much-needed
beautiful.
makeover.
Yeah, it
The
looks really
stage
good.
is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it. And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality. It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros, the most important performance at the Sub-Zeros festival. Junior-Zod, have you told him the origin of this holiday? I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far. Okay, then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sub-Zeros festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk.
That sounds like
One
Wenty.
started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful parisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment."
Sounds like they had a great time.
Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day. Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered parisaras around the stage.
Those flowers don't look like padisaras to me.
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real parisaras went extinct after her death.
The real ones?
Yep.
Yeah.
Real ones do not
The
exist
Greater Lord
anymore.
brought forth parisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers, but she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple. Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real parisaras on the stage. So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think? Interested in the Sub-Zeros festival? Will you two be coming? All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea!
You sure it's not because you want to join in on the fun?
Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival. Besides, it's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. She'll be happy to have more people who are celebrating it.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zeros festival together?
Sounds like a plan.
Junior-Zod, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sub-Zeros festival.
In that case, we'll take a look around. Can't let me make it dance.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. 2 things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and... I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
She's like, I don't care about fashion.
In my opinion, Jutes is the best stall in the whole bazaar.
I'm dancing too.
I wonder if the treasures
Lord Rukadevata.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the Academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
I agree, y'all are very much in the punk spirit.
Yep.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Are you an outlander? Did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy to everyone.
Dog just wants to be intruded in the conversation.
Yep. Sleuth. Hey, you can talk to Sleuth. Did you see?
Ah, dancing at the Sabzeruz festival. You know, I also danced when I was younger. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is too. If the Goddess of Flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would certainly have wished to be her friend and hold celebrations for her too. The Sabzeruz festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
Be one more person I can talk to.
Life is so dull here.
Let's see. What else have I not in?
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you from when we first met up.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off that crown over there. Would you like to try it on?
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the Goddess of Flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that. Dunyazad, you look absolutely stunning with it on. It's like I'm looking at the Goddess of Flowers herself.
I don't see anything.
No, we didn't animate it.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like Catherine.
That's not Catherine. The real Catherine never leaves her post. Sus us among us again.
Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
That is not Catherine.
Oh, hey!
traveler in Paimon. What's shaken?
Whoa, break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssosk.
You do realize she can hear you, right?
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
Are you also a fan of the Sabzeruz festival?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies. Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
Kind of sus how she just knows that.
I wonder if that's the same dialogue if a traveler has not received Dendro's blessing yet.
That's interesting to think about.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia. What's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that.
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions.
What about Dunyazard?
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head over to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dia.
Great drinks that everyone can enjoy.
Yeah, it's really more of a lavender color.
Mm-hmm.
So they must just call random things Patisaras now.
Yeah.
This is definitely not the same flower.
The Dendroarchon tried to reproduce it many times but failed. There's all kinds of strains of it now.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Yep, that's a blush if I've ever seen one.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord. Hey, Chief.
We talked to him already.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Osfon for more info.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Rookshaw? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Rookshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell him what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you can head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Students of the Academia.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. The
Which
Scarlet
one is
King's
that?
been dead for thousands of years. Now they
Just
start
so I
spreading
know.
rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Well, I think since the Academia doesn't appreciate Lesser Lord Kusanali, then the Eremites should just help her escape confinement. And then she can be their god now.
Thanks, Dia, and you too, Osfond. Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that.
Don't worry, we will.
Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival.
That festival can't even start without me. I have to press the button for it to start.
Military supplies for the...
Heck is this?
Military what?
I already have Cole at C6.
You get her again? Get more Dark Glitter out of it.
They're giving all the new male characters hangouts, but not the old ones.
Not yet, but they.
Yes, they didn't give one to Ayato, though. So it's not all the new ones. I guess it'll be a while before I can... Are you still... Ah, okay. Phew!
Let's see.
I'm gonna take the boat. That way I can gather the lotus on the way.
Good call.
Never thought I'd get to come to Sumeru on a work trip. Things are going great.
Wow, that dude sounded so excited. Alright. Where's my boat? It's gonna be over there. I'll take that frog. Try not to toss my laptop off of me. Again. Ugh. There we go. On the road again. Gonna find me some lotus on the road again. Man, they have so many ducks here.
Like a lamb to the slaughter.
Huh. I was too fast for you, suckers. Oh. Alright, gotta take a detour for this.
Where are we headed this time?
Steady now. It's the final. Whew, that was a tough fight. You've got it. You got it. Whoa, nice catch. Victory is up. Whew, that was a tough fight.
Lotus. Aha. I'm too lazy to leave my boat. But with determination and stubbornness, we can make it work. There we go. Oh, all right. Oh, another one. Wow, Sumeru must have way more decorative fish than the other areas. Alright. I think I already have like 10,000 of those green ones. But it's fine.
Steady now. It's the final stretch. Yay! Time to celebrate. You've got it! You got it! What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon? So close, so close! What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon? Victory is almost ours!
There we go.
That was a tough fight!
Alright, alright. Fortune isn't back yet. I'll just fish up some of these. I knew that was too far, but it's fine.
Steady now! It's the final... Wow!
There we go.
Paimon's stomach is rumbling already! So close, so close! Wow! Paimon's stomach is rumbling already! You've got it! You got it! What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon?
Scared them both off, huh?
Yeah! You nearly got... Whew! That was a tough fight! Steady now! It's the fun... Whoa! Nice catch! Yeah! You nearly got... What is it?
There
What
we
is it?
go.
Is it another Paimon?
Just what will we come across?
I did kind of want to check out the fishing shop. Which is over here. There we go. Got all of these, so need the red guys. What do you need? More of all of them. That's fine. Point.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care? And that's not all. Did you know that...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru. Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to shake the feeling that there's also danger lurking in these crowds. Ooh. Let's get our bearings so we can start looking for leads.
Anybody who picks a fight with me will definitely encounter danger.
We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods.
Welcome back, Koroch.
Other than that, we don't have much else to go on. Osfan told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port Ormos. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen item?
Figuring that out could be crucial for the rest of our investigation here. Obviously, it means that there's some sort of group that is pretending to be Academia students, and if we are pretending also, they'll think that we're related to them in some way.
Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market. Let's ask around and see what we come up with.
Oh, nearby merchant.
Welcome. How can I help you too?
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question. Do students from the Academia ever come to Port Ormos?
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the Academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the Academia have it even harder. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the Academia. You see over there? Those are students from the Academia.
They look pretty serious.
They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's...
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein El Ahmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the Academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ein El Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 Mora, They'll give you info
Well,
on
like
anything.
everyone is like, oh, 500,000 more is so much money, and I'm like,
Wait, did you say
whatever,
$500,000?
dude.
If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
I'm just
I
like
wouldn't worry
fucking
too much.
Gilgamesh
Our
here,
field of
raining
research is
gold
very
chunks from
niche.
the sky.
Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon. Is knowledge something people just buy and sell like that?
Oh, innocent Paimon. You've never read a book in your life. Information guilds are all about it. Like, half of the books I've read include an information guild.
This is something a little different.
Whatever was stolen from the academia was also related to knowledge. Yeah, that's so broad. Very suspicious indeed.
So, what's your plan?
Let's go to Jafar Tavern.
Didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 mora! Have you lost your mind?
I won't let them off easy if it turns out to be a scam. We can always beat people up and get what we want.
Parting with that kind of mora. But if you know what you're doing, then we should give it a shot.
I like how the game just, as soon as we have that money, it's like, yeah, most of you have been playing long enough to just be like, that's chump change.
I'm actually a little bit low.
No, you're not. That's 4 million that you got.
Yeah, but I used to have like 8 million.
I know.
I'm low because I just spent it on increasing Tainari and the Traveler.
Leveling up talents is expensive. Actually, the most expensive thing in this game. But like, what else are you gonna do?
Just petty theft, honestly. Right in front of people, too.
So you made that 500,000 more, you know? Hey, butterfly.
They are pretty, but they're not real.
Ah, interesting. That is very pretty.
It's a good effect.
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
I can't go in. Let me in. Let me in.
Just go sit. Go sit down. It's an outdoor cafe, not an indoor cafe.
Ah, so COVID friendly.
You've arrived. Please take a seat. So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
The boss.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of Mora this time, so we mustn't underestimate them.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick Mora?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
Huh. All these guys talk about is the Scarlet King, so they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Even the rebels fucking ignore Kusanali. Kind of sad.
Greater Lord Rukadevata, a traitor?
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
What's going on?
Sup? Just getting cozy. They're all just staring at me like,
excuse me, sir.
the fuck?
Huh? Who are
Really
you?
getting
What do
into
you want?
character there.
Oh, I had to stand back up. I'm a student from the academia.
A student? Huh. What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos?
I'm looking for info about a certain something.
Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Here you go. Those two are take it or leave it.
Paimon can't stand to see so much more go. But there's no other choice right now.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
I just have one more question.
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually interested to know more because
Paimon is actually getting better at lying.
we're archaeology students.
Yeah, that would be better if she didn't fuddy-duddy so much.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of the Scarlet King. Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. The Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me.
That's rough, my dude.
But the story doesn't end there. Oh no. The Scarlet King isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our God shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true God will suffer retribution together. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King.
Can you tell us more about the Oracle?
I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Oh yeah.
Now it's time to beat him up and take our money back.
You again? Deranged Academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this,
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the Academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
Let's get rough.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Tevat. If, on the other hand, We can't agree on any means of negotiation at all. Then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it?
Well...
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Alpha Prime really did come in here and was like, fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you too.
But sent the Amorites running too.
Hello, sir. Do you have any openings as a bed warmer?
I know, right?
Plus, he seems to
Like,
know
god
a lot
damn it,
about
Alpha
what's going
Prime,
on
what
around
the
here.
hell?
Let's catch up with him and ask
How
some
do you
questions.
get that sexy?
What happened next?
Have you seen the goddamn muscles on that man? Ooh. That is not a paper pusher.
So many people complained about Ito that they had to fix it for future characters.
Yep.
Wait up! It's Alhaitham, right?
I just really like it.
What do you want?
Thank you for your help back there.
No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future.
I think that device on the side of his head is the same one that we received for the Akasha.
All right. Goodbye.
No, don't go.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that?
I'm a student from the academia.
Just sticking to it.
Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Perhaps we can also talk terms?
Huh? Oh, yeah!
Or perhaps
He's
we
really
can
strong.
fence
Weren't
in
you
bed.
saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
He doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
You looking down on me for not having a vision, bro? I can control 4 elements, which is 3 more than you.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from from guys like that. Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
All right. I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try your luck. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
You were willing to part with 500,000 mora for something and you didn't even know what it was?
He's judging us so hard now.
Yep.
Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating information.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too. What else?
Seems like some kind of knowledge.
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
Oh, he's got the thing. He's too hot to beat him up.
Well, he's got a thing.
Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents.
An unencrypted one.
Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
That's amazing.
Wow, Paimon sounds so excited.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha and wish to change their fate. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to mora for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless academia students. Well, I think that about sums it up.
I heard the academia lost something recently. Seems like it's a knowledge capsule.
Oh, so that's your true objective.
I want to learn more about it.
With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer.
Perhaps we can negotiate further in bed.
Perhaps we can negotiate further.
You're still resolved. Fine. Let's talk somewhere with fewer people.
I like Alhathine's demeanor.
Yeah, I like him.
He's all about contracts, kind of like Jolly. Except he's got more of a merchant approach to it.
Maybe more like a... He kind of reminds me of Yolan. Like, definitely ties with the underground.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, he's just doing illegal things and doesn't give a shit.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something.
What is it?
I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing she won't dare to sell. She's guarded against people from the academia because most of her wares don't comply with academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Fine. So how do we go about doing this?
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address and their contact password. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The
I'm
true
into it.
challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste. I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
But we only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad. Is that something we can learn quickly?
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight?
I can use it.
Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability should resolve your issue. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to Paimon.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
The one on the left shines brighter.
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental
Because they
sight.
contain more knowledge, huh?
That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here's the Mora for purchasing canned knowledge. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any Mora left over, just keep it. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught if they catch you.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time.
I'm willing to take that risk.
Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the Wikela Funduk. We'll have an open discussion then.
Looking at what Alhaitham wrote, Dory's informant is a trader near Old Ormos.
The code
Let's follow
chart
these
is useful.
instructions and try to get in contact with him.
I love it when people just give me bags of Mora.
Right?
Looking to buy unripe hara fruits. Ask the informant to take you to Dory. Wear a morning flower. Looking to buy canned knowledge. Wear a Sumeru rose. Looking to buy products legally available on the market. Mouse. Customer. Rishbuland tiger is a Matra. Taken by mice is sold to customers. Taken by a Rishbold tiger is confiscated by the Matra. Pack in Sumeru City style is to purchase a small amount. Pack in Port Oromos style is to purchase in bulk. Complimenting a customer of skill corresponds to hara fruit that causes dizziness and ringing in the ears. Complimenting a customer of erudition corresponds to a hara fruit that causes heat stroke. Alright then. I'm here to participate in some smuggling activities.
Completely legitimate above board activities. Incidentally, this is very similar to what Beto uses.
Yep. It was unripe, right?
Mm-hmm.
What a unique palette. We have unripe hara fruits, but we usually keep them in the back. I'll have someone escort you.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe hara fruits. Show them to the warehouse.
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously
Good job,
wearing
Paimon.
morning flowers.
My mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
Just in case. Oh, look at this. Oh, what is this? Alright, so unripe, morning flower. I mean, the rest of this is all really easy, actually. What? Man, I hate when this happens.
That's annoying.
Alright. Should be this one, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I get it.
Port Ormos is pretty great. There's so many new and interesting things. Not to mention all the tasty food. Sumeru's largest commercial port sure lives up to its name.
Just gonna leave that poor guy hanging there.
Seems excited just to be
Like, yeah, I'll be right back.
No one's quite as excited as Paimon.
How did things end up like this?
All thanks to your artistic license. That's how. I should have made you wait until we got an update from Tanja.
But when I finished the prototype Aranara yesterday, you agreed that the kids would like it. That's why we tried bringing it out for a test run today.
Well, I never thought they'd dislike it so much.
Oh, what should we do?
There we go. They sound distinctly less excited.
Whoa. Yeah. Compared to everyone else, they seem really down in the dumps. Let's go find out what's going on.
Nosiness powers, activate!
Hey there. Paimon's name is Paimon, and he's a traveler who is just passing by. Is there something bothering you?
Oh, I noticed you two a moment ago. Welcome to Akara Crafts, the best toy store in Port Ormos. At least for now. What's bothering us is this prototype Aranara. To start with, could I get your opinion on it?
Prototype Aranara? You mean this wood carving here? It looks like a mushroom monster to Paimon.
But it doesn't look very happy.
There we have it. The verdict is in. What a headache.
Not the first negative feedback we've had.
So, what exactly is a prototype Aranara?
So for context, Aranara are magical creatures in Sumeru fairy tales that live in the forest. For the store's 20th anniversary, we plan to release a series of hand-carved toys based on the Aranara stories that kids know and love. This is a prototype we made to get an idea of how they would react. But when we put it out there, the reaction was not quite what we'd anticipated.
They thought it looked like a mushroom too, huh?
No, worse than that, actually. I can't quite describe it, though. And I'm also not very good with kids. Maybe you could ask them for yourselves.
Hello, fellow children. Backwards cap.
This is not an Aranara. No way. I've read Uncle Tanja's Aranara and the Ill Little Fungus. It's says that R&R are supposed to be chubby and squishy. The carving looks nothing like that.
Isn't it?
You look better when they're round and chubby. Uncle Tonder said in Arnar's vow that you can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart. This carving makes me feel lost and confused inside. I don't think the creator put his heart into it at all. It's nothing like an Arnara. Ooh, didn't put his heart into it, huh?
The last one is the
Sounds like
best
one of
in
those
the
things
work.
that's easier said than understood.
Kassid and Alia didn't like this carving, but I think it's okay. It doesn't look too happy, so it's kind of pitiful in a cute way.
Oh, a positive review!
Yeah, so I would totally ask my dad to get it for me, if it wasn't meant to be a Nara Nara.
Oh, well, that took a sudden turn for the worse. We asked the children for their opinions.
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe, grown on them at all?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, this is such a shame. Why isn't Tondra back from Gandharvaville yet?
Oh, the kids kept mentioning an Uncle Tanger too. Who is he exactly?
Uncle Tanger is a famous children's author here in Port Ormos. He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but none of them were popular among children. Just like our prototype Haranara. But around a year or so ago, he suddenly had a eureka moment or something, and suddenly the children loved every one of his stories.
That's right. My little Ghaffari loves his stories too. The whole reason we decided to make these carvings was because we saw just how popular the Aranara are among children. We asked Tanja for guidance, but right after he agreed, he went off to Gandharvaville with his son to look for inspiration. They haven't returned yet. We were running out of time, so we had no choice but to carve an Aranara based on our own imaginations. As you can see, this was a result.
Oh, we have to do something. Hey, since you're the famous traveler, could you do us a favor and look for Tanger in Gandharvaville, he doesn't have to come in person if he's too busy. Just ask him to write down his suggestions and bring his notes back to us, if you could. Please, if only to put a smile on the children's faces. And, of course, you'll be well compensated for doing us the favor.
They seem pretty desperate. Let's help them out. To see the kids smile. And also for our reward.
Okay, we'll do it so Paimon can get her reward.
Doesn't even disagree. He's like, nope, that's completely accurate. I think I should be able to go and do the other quest now.
Already?
I think so. Go try it.
Oh, hey, music. I'll take that.
It was down below you.
You hear that kid just called out this man for having bugs in his cooking pot?
Mm-hmm.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
Congratulations to you.
Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Nope. First one.
Dizziness with a side of tinnitus, please.
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head and ears ring sounds like a bad life decision.
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos
Port
style?
Ormos, obviously.
Port Ormos style.
Wow, You two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully. Okay. Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
I thought he was supposed to use a code for that.
Where? Hatham said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here.
Oh, they're too shocked.
We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
Why food?
I've already beat up the police in every other country. I might as well beat up the police in this one too. Oh, it's literally because if we passed in front of those dudes, we would have triggered their event, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Look, he's over there.
Which would have been interesting to say the least.
That would have been awkward, wouldn't it?
Quick flee from the police. Ooh, toy maker. Ooh, look at that piece of shit. Quick, run away.
Hey, if you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way. Another password. Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the...
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Paimon sure thought you'd look a whole lot scarier.
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing any business.
Ready to go, Paimon.
You have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady dealings, haven't you?
Mostly smuggling.
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment, but...
Yeah, we do have some experience from Beta Storycraft.
Huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run an honest business. We don't need any of that. Wouldn't you agree? So that's why I prefer to have customers like you. It's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please knock yourself out. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good.
And you show us your products.
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Go ahead. Help yourselves. Voila!
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble if the Matra caught her with all this.
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your reasons for buying. I can, however, offer some suggestions. Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls. Only 3 people in all of Teyvat have ever studied it, making it extremely rare. It's on sale now for 350,000 Mora.
Yeesh, who would want to be an expert in that topic?
Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Teyvat in the early Archon War period? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in nearly any nation.
Ooh, now this sounds like it could be useful.
2 million Mora, and it's yours. No discounts.
Whoa, that's a lot of Mora!
Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire.
The contents and price of each knowledge capsule are indicated in small text on the body of each one, down at the bottom. Alright, let's try the method that Alhaitham mentioned.
I'll take this one. And this one. And this one as well.
You've really got a good head on your shoulders, and quite the eye for quality. We'll take these, please and thank you. My oh my, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. 1 in 100. No, 1 in 1,000 even. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of 1,000,000 Mora. Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole 1,000,000.
Calm down, Paimon.
But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 Mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth 1,000,000 Mora. Isn't that a fantastic deal? Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so far, everything we bought belongs to Alhaitham.
Why would you say that in front of her?
Aren't you even the least
Presumably,
curious about
Paimon
how
just
this whole
whispers
canned
really
knowledge thing
quietly.
works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself?
You just want to see me try it.
Come on, come on. We still have around 100,000 of Alhaitham's Mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. Ahem. You've got a deal, Dory. We'd like to spend an extra 100,000 Mora. Excellent. Then please select from this fine collection of canned knowledge over here. Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we choose the ones from over there? Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1,000,000 Mora each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves will be able to find something to your liking. Please, take your time. Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these.
Alright, I'll have a look.
So, what did you see?
They all seem equally bright.
So they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the Mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful.
Yep, Paimon, you got scammed.
Paimon, take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spices, an overview of ancient runes. Oh, how about this one? Sword fighting techniques 8. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one.
Whatever makes Paimon happy.
Whatever makes Paimon happy indeed.
We'll take this one. All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon. Whether it's canned knowledge or anything else you need, bring your Mora to Dory and doors will open. Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
I didn't even get a choice. Like, I had no option to not buy that.
Hey, now it's a 5-star item. Surely it will be good.
The rest of these 5-star items have literally done me nothing. Like, they're useless. They're just sort of... there.
I mean, it looks like you can use the crown as like an emergency, like thing to cook food in, you know, over a campfire. Seems useful. Just saying.
Yep, the money is gone. Package of canned knowledge.
That's Paimon for you. And hey, at least you spent all the money. I'll have time would be pleased.
I spent all of the money, so I guess there's that.
How's the elevator treating you?
I actually thought this was the top of the elevator and I was about to be squished against the ceiling.
Nice.
But then I was pleasantly surprised.
By not dying?
Well, I would have escaped in time anyway, but...
Ha! You two made it. And from the looks on your faces, you were successful.
Whoa, there's so many people from the academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wikela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting official business.
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Macher won't come here. Okay, now, tell me how your encounter with Dory went.
It's how rich people do illegal things.
Okay, you did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that the academia lost now?
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
You want to meet with the Dendro Archon?
Yeah, he just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't found a way. When we heard that the academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out to be our lucky break.
In that case,
really
you're on the right
reenacting that entire story about the traveler, huh?
And I told you, this is just our way to do things. We just run around and do everybody's unwanted chores until somebody gives us a bone, right?
Until a god notices us.
A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it, and you'll gain the wisdom of the gods.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro Archon? Ooh, or how to find your sister?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in Port Ormos.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next.
Your goal is to find it too?
I won't deny that. I'm investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. The knowledge contained within may bring great power or wealth to whoever has it in their possession. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative agreement with several brigades. I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what it is. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar. They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains the Scarlet King's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it. They refuse to let anyone from the Academia tarnish their deity's soul.
A soul stored in a knowledge capsule. Sure, that makes sense.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any
Technically,
means
souls
necessary.
do travel through
To that
ley
end,
lines.
they've resorted to many methods more foul than fair in order to amass sufficient funds. So, I've been sabotaging their
It's
business to force them
possible.
into negotiating with me. The divine knowledge
Oh,
capsule should
time
be
has
up for
no
a secret
fucking
auction
chill.
within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory. Unless I know whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on board now, the situation is different.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is.
Yes, you can say that. But this arrangement harms none of us. The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the Divine Knowledge Capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days and approach her again. If I get the opportunity to study the Divine Knowledge Capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation?
That's exactly what I want. Thank you.
Okay, then we'll meet up in 2 days.
Haytham, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves, but we're not sure how to use it.
You two want to try using a knowledge capsule? Sure, I can teach you. Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. What do you say we head to the outskirts of town?
Nope, everywhere's the same.
All the time is like, the rules don't apply to me. I make the rules.
Faster to just walk.
Yeah, just gotta schlep your way out there. It'd be nice if we had a mount.
One day. I want to ride around on a sumpter beast.
I wanna ride around on a bike. Get fucking Bronya in this game. It's their fucking mecha bike.
Nom.
Alright, this place works. Show me the capsule you purchased.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since most have been taken by the Eremites to augment their battle capabilities.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount of strength. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles, one before using this knowledge capsule and one after. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical parameters. There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't worry, I'll run statistical analyses afterward to mitigate any confounding effects.
Wow! Haytham! You must have been one of those guys at the Academia who got top grades on everything. Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the Academia, right? So, why are you risking getting caught by the Matra for this capsule?
Also curious about this.
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity. This is but one theory.
Sounds like you're trying to avoid the question.
All right,
Paimon is
let's
getting
begin the
pretty
test.
sharp.
Just fight as you normally do.
Didn't even say anything to that.
Oh. These guys, huh?
You don't just have to fight as yourself.
But I want to.
Alright,
What's the point otherwise?
that's fair.
Propagate!
look, reinforcements.
Oh, the test is still happening?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know those things could jump. They've never lasted long enough to jump.
Scatter!
Alright. I'll link your Akasha terminal to record data. The next step is to use this knowledge capsule. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connection with it so you can activate its power.
Is that a gadget?
Nope.
Hmm.
Fun fact, this actually increases your attack permanently.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever was inside the knowledge capsule became a part of my memory.
You mean that it worked?
Alright. Time for round 2. Fight with the same composure as before.
I should have checked my character sheet.
Hmm.
I didn't know it was actually going to do something.
Yep.
Propagate!
Oh, you're right. I am hitting harder now. I can tell. Look at them numbers. Is this because too many people complained about the Traveler not hitting hard enough?
I guess.
Propagate! Germinate! Scatter!
Now, I'll start recording data again.
Oh, Ethan, how's it going?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his combat capability. During the second fight, his overall fighting performance increased by 0.073%.
Seemed better than that to me.
Well, it permanently increases your attack by 3.
0.73%.
Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million Mora? This thing isn't worth a tenth of that amount!
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two.
He is impressed by you. That's the real value of that capsule. He's like, holy shit.
I await your response in 2
It
days'
barely
time.
had any effect.
This is Mora for when
What
you
the
ask
fuck?
Dory for information. Pay her as much as she requests.
Well, this is kind of useless, but because I didn't check it right before I did this. I should have done that.
It was 1,578.
You just calculated it backwards.
I know. But I know exactly how much it increases it by. Because I looked at it. And then other people confirmed it. It's exactly 3 attack.
I see. Well, whatever. 3 attack is 3 attack.
Hey, yeah. Plus It impressed Al Hatham.
That's the most important thing.
Yep. It's the real value in that. He was like, shit, I gotta reevaluate our deal. You're more valuable than I thought. Oh, you might want to pass the time.
I will, but I'm going back there first.
Back there.
Aren't I gonna meet Dory behind that house?
I suppose that's fair. Do you even remember where it is being directionally challenged as you are?
This is the elevator, right? That's what I thought. What? Oh. How far did I fall?
Yes.
What? God damn it.
You sure you don't just want to walk?
Fuck you. I didn't ask for your opinion.
I see, I see. I mean, elevators do seem complicated. Yeah.
Ow. Yep, this is the spot. It was right here.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, 2 day. I'm punctual.
Wow. Just gonna camp out here like a hobo in someone's backyard for 2 days. Just to be punctual.
Mm. See?
Let's see Dory today and ask her about where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is.
Interestingly enough, I don't think Dory's wearing the terminal.
This time. You name it. Can knowledge,
Which
supplies,
makes sense.
or anything else you need. I'll find a way to get it. Where there's a waterfall of Mora, there's a way. Can you really get us anything we want? Anything at all? So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me. Tell me what you have in mind.
I'd like to buy info on the whereabouts of the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
I'd like to, I mean, wait, no. Whatever Narayan said.
Yours would undoubtedly crave something more profound than ordinary canned knowledge. But you know, that kind of information isn't going to be cheap. After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. Not to mention that if anyone found out that I was the leaker, I would be in big, big trouble. But how can we be sure your information is accurate? Paimon's curious how you just happen to have this kind of info the moment we need it. Because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must always be aware of what's hot on the market in order to secure more sales. As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, no one can dispute it.
Name your price.
So business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The Divine Knowledge Capsule was purchased yesterday by a certain Misery, the leader of Ain el Ahmar.
Not those assholes.
Ain el Ahmar? You mean the Aramites who worship the Scarlet King? Ah, so you're already familiar with them. The group has done everything in their power to obtain the Divine Knowledge Capsule. After all, they believe it contains the power of the Scarlet King. That Divine Knowledge Capsule is unlike any other canned knowledge I've seen before. It was glowing bright red. The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took. You can look for yourself. Thanks for the info, Dory. Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks to discerning customers such as yourselves that my efforts yesterday were not in vain. Please, don't hesitate to contact me if you ever need anything else in the future. Mora for Dory opens doors. Well, we figured out where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is. It turns out it ended up in the hands of Ain el Ahmar. Let's head back and talk to Al Haytham.
Laughed my ass off of the picture was just a dick butt. Picture of the transaction dick butt.
I can't even look at it.
I know.
Ooh.
I just think that would be really funny.
I wanted to look at the picture.
And then all that time was like, yes, I see a dick butt. That makes perfect sense. It's those butts that are also dicks. You having fun?
Mm-hmm.
You go, wee, wee.
Al Haytham, we got the info you wanted.
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
It's in the hands of the Ain al Ahmar.
Dory even gave us evidence to verify the intel. Have a look.
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene of the Eremites transaction. But then to get close enough to take a picture like this. Bold move, Dory. Very bold move. All right. The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader of Ain al Ahmar. And the glowing red capsule he's holding appears to be the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In which case, if we play our cards right, when we confront them next week, we should be able to force them to show their hand.
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ain el Ahmar guys. But now, it sort of makes sense. Everything's playing right into your hands. After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their boss and get them to lend us the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again on the afternoon of the arranged date, 3 o'clock sharp.
We'll be there.
See you then.
Oh good, they didn't make me time skip.
Yep.
Time? Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the pier in front of Pharos Lighthouse.
Yep, let's go.
Ugh. Yeah, you can just swim. Just right there. And just climb up. Or you can swim all the way there. I would just climb up to one of the docks so you don't drown.
I wouldn't drown anyway.
You're about that?
Yeah?
You're about to.
No, I'm fine.
I was cutting it close.
It was fine. I'm even all dried off by the time we get here.
Alhaitham. I knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you were crazy enough to actually show up.
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. I was more worried that you might go back on your promise. But to your credit, it appears that you're sticking to your word. This is turning into quite an occasion. I also brought some backup. I assume you don't mind.
Backup? Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this lunatic because he helped you out? Fine, your funeral.
Not likely.
I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Oh, here they come. Good luck, you two.
I knew it. We weren't gonna get to see Alfheim at all.
Well, that's not true.
Propagate!
Just use your party.
Never. I don't need to.
Take forever.
I'm making it dramatic.
Are you?
Look, I already got that dude stuck in his falling animation.
That's true.
Propagate!
Just gotta make a quick food break, huh?
It'll be easier now that there's no archers.
Spring forth! Scatter!
Exchange pointed awards for the members of Aina Lakman. Missing an S on those swords.
Scatter!
Everything for the RP.
Oh man, this cutscene is great.
Academia scum! Boss, finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can...
Oh yeah, definitely was a virus on that one.
Boss! Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
Alpha time isn't using his weapon.
I don't really understand why hitting him in the head would work when the point is the device.
Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Alhaitham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away!
I love this man.
Yep. Also, I think he disrupted it by knocking him unconscious.
World, forget me.
What in Tibet just happened? It's like that big guy suddenly lost his mind.
Since it's a mine terminal.
It looks like he used the divine knowledge capsule.
You mean the divine knowledge capsule did that to him?
Speaking of which, Apasia did mention.
Oh, yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after getting knowledge from Irminsul?
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. The state that man is now in suggests that this is a similar situation. This divine knowledge capsule does appear to be linked to the gods, but beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors suggest. Possessing it doesn't grant you divine wisdom or power. Did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that possibly mean?
It's exactly what I heard before at Irminsul.
If the mantra took him away, then that means the Academia got the divine knowledge capsule back too. What a shame. We were so close.
Paimon wasn't paying attention.
Still, Paimon didn't expect the divine knowledge capsule would be so dangerous. Imagine if we tried to open it. Oh, who knows what would have happened to us?
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos. I believe our collaboration has also reached its end.
You trying to pull a fast one on me, Alhaitham?
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the divine knowledge capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something. Since you're a member of the Academia, do you have any idea how we could go about meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire administration. Most of the time, you wouldn't know she exists at all. Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom, scholars have no reason to desire to make contact with the deity herself anyway.
Everything about Lesser Lord Kusanali is such a mystery.
I'm heading back to the Academia. How about you two?
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zeros festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good.
You have a point.
Then we'll part ways here, Alhaitham, until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?
Gotta watch the festival. You've already unlocked all the teleport points too.
I know. I did it specifically so that I could do the main story faster.
We didn't miss the Sub-Zeros festival, right? Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Paimon thinks she must be around the Grand Bazaar, since she showed us around there last time.
Good thinking. This city design is very nice. Very pleasing.
I like it. They did a good job. You won't sell to me, so I'm gonna steal your stuff.
Every item I sell here comes with its own.
There she is! Dunyarzad! We're back!
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
It's a very important festival, after all.
Indeed. The festival's tomorrow. We've been preparing for so long that I can't help but feel a little nervous.
There's no need to be nervous. Paimon's sure that Lesser Lord Kusanali will feel everyone's gratitude.
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the festival will also have a good time. Speaking of which, did you manage to make your way to Port Ormos? Discover anything over there?
Of course we went. A lot of things happened there.
Unfortunately, we didn't find any new information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
I see. Sounds like you two had another exciting adventure. If there is another chance, I would love to join.
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime of trouble.
Dia! You were eavesdropping!
I would like to reiterate the existence of wheelchairs.
It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on around my employer is part of the job.
It's all right, Dia. I merely said I would like to go. I know better than to think my body could handle it. The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble for you. So, Dia, please take some time to relax. I'll be fine.
Even when you put it that way, it still doesn't feel right.
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scumbags are gonna try to take advantage of that.
Oh, you two must be exhausted from your long journey back to the city. My apologies for not realizing this sooner.
We just teleported.
I've already prepared a room for you to rest. Please follow me.
Whoa, you're so thoughtful. Paimon's so ready.
I think that's a good stopping point for today.
Alright.
I'll do the festival tomorrow.
Heck yeah.
I've got great food and great drinks that everyone can.
You wanna do the Davis and event together stuff? I think you can also get admonition today if you want. To level up Tignari's talents.
I did my dailies.
Well, if you want to take a break, that's fine.
Let me see.
And the event will still be there.
There we go.
Hmm? You might be out of butterflies.
I just need 2 more resin.
Oh, you already crafted it, huh?
I crafted some of it.
Nice. Okay. Well, in that case, you can always just take a break. You've done a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
Ad Astra at...
What do I need? Should be good enough. All right. Well, I think I'll go ahead and end the stream for the day. Thanks for joining us, and see you next time.